Muy bien. Buenas tardes, estudiantes de lectura y redacción en inglés. Saludos. Espero todos se encuentren bien. Como todos ya saben, tenemos eh, problemas de clima nuevamente. Eh, Desafortunadamente no pudimos llevar a cabo lo que fue la conferencia de esta semana debido a este problema, ¿verdad? Del clima. Pero voy a grabar lo que es este video con el contenido a desarrollar esta semana. Espero todos se encuentren bien desde donde estén y que nadie corra ningún peligro. Vamos a iniciar. Okay, so it's Unit 3, Classification Paragraph. Okay, objective. At the end of the lesson, you, the students, will be able to identify the main features of a classification paragraph to successfully write one of them individually. But what are the main elements that distinguish a classification paragraph from other type of paragraphs? That's a good question, and we're going to see the answer to this. It says classification paragraph definitions. Definition number 1. A classification paragraph is a type of expository paragraph that begins with a topic sentence that introduces a category. The other sentences in the paragraph clarify similarities and differences of items in that category. A classification paragraph describes various classes related to one category of things. And number 3, a classification paragraph begins a main idea and discusses the subcategories, comparing and contrasting them with each other. Okay? Now, the following text says, now that we have read some definitions of classification paragraph, let's see some of its main features. Number 1, a classification paragraph separates ideas into categories. Okay, number 2, it gives distinguishing characteristics through specific details. Number 3, it describes the different elements that belong to the category. Now we're going to move on to the next slide and see if you can identify these characteristics in the example. Here we go. We have a paragraph, okay, a sample paragraph, so you can see how this works. It says classification paragraph example. Now, the main topic, okay, the main topic of this paragraph is types of friends. Or you can only say friends because we're going to talk about the different kinds of friends that we have. Okay, let's begin. It says friends can be classified according to their honesty, loyalty, the type that fits you into their schedule, or the type that finds time for you when they need something. Those are the 4 categories: honesty, loyalty, the type that fits you into their schedule, or the type that finds time for you when they need something. Okay, and we're going to talk about each one of them. Number 1, an honest friend. That's the first category. First category. An honest friend tells you the truth, even if it's not always what you want to hear. In the long run, that honest friend may have saved you from embarrassment or possibly rejection. They give you constructive criticism overall. Okay, so that's a little bit of information of the honest friend. Okay, that's what this person thinks about an honest friend. Number two, the loyal friend. The loyal friend is the type of friend that will be there for you through thick and thin. This means for good times and bad times. They don't care how good or bad you may look one day. They are sensitive to your feelings. They respect you and the other people in your life. And most of all, they will never let you down when times are hard. Okay? They may be what you call a best friend. So a best friend can also be called a loyal friend. The third group, the person that fits you into their schedule, is the type of person that is always on the go. Okay? They barely have time for themselves. Okay? And they let alone another person. So if you're hanging out at a restaurant with a so-called friend, and this friend of yours receives a call, he or she leaves. Okay? That's that type of friend. And honestly, I wouldn't want to have this kind of friends. Okay? More than likely, they will not be there for you when you need them most because they are so wrapped up in their busy, hectic life. Okay? These people are always busy. Either they're working or they have family problems, they have friend problems. So it's not a person who's going to stick with you all the time, only in occasions. Okay, then you have the self-absorbent type of friend that finds time for you only when they need something. So you have those kinds of friends too. When they need something, they call you. Maybe they haven't called you in weeks, okay, maybe in months, and all of a sudden, they give you a call. Hey, hello, Carlos. Who's this? This is Mario, man. Do you remember me? Mario? Mario who? Mario Ramos. Oh, Mario. Hey, how are you? I'm fine, man. How are you? So, these are the type of friends that, so-called friends, that they only call you or look for you when they need something. They might not tell you right away, but maybe a day or two later, they'll say, hey, Carlos, I need a favor. Okay, now I understand why you called me. Okay, so this is the type of friend. This type of person isn't what you would call a friend. This person may always be extremely nice to you because they know that if you are nice if they're nice to you, you will be nice to them. Okay? They will more than likely get what they want. They will call you every once in a while when it is almost time for them to use that person again. It may be for a ride to work, for a ride home, or they just want somebody to hang out with because they have no other friends. So you're like the last option. They look for you as the last option. Okay, maybe their friends, they rejected them, or maybe their friends are busy doing something else, and they think of you. Oh, I'm gonna call Carlos, maybe he's available so we can get a cup of coffee or something. That's bad. They only use you. Okay, if the person that is being used is smart, they will eventually realize that they are getting used and will stop being there for that person. Okay, so as a feedback, we have classified this according to their honesty. Okay, these are the kinds of friends or the types of friends: honesty, loyalty, the type that fits you into the schedule, or the type that finds time for you when they need something. These are the four categories, the four types of friends. So you're going to have in the mind map, you're going to have, for example, friends as the main topic, okay? And you're going to have the first one, honesty. The second one, loyalty. The third one, the type that fits you into the schedule. And the fourth one, the type that finds time for you when they need something. So those are the 4 types of friends, and those are the 4 categories that you're going to write about. Okay, now, based on the previous paragraph, let's answer some questions. Question number 1, what is the main category introduced by the paragraph in the topic sentence? Okay, what is the main category or the main topic? Okay, how many elements or subcategories is the paragraph describing? Okay, can you mention them? And we already did. Okay, I even number them. Okay, and number 3, is the paragraph describing differences or similarities? You can go back and read the paragraph again if you like, but I think we have the answers here. Now, the main topic introduced in the sentence is friends, okay? That's the main topic. That's the one you're going to put in the center, okay? Friends. Now, number 2, the paragraph describes four types of friends, okay? Classified according to their honesty, loyalty, the type that fits you into their schedule, or the type that finds time for you when they need something, okay? And the third point is the paragraph provides information regarding the differences among types of friends. Now, this is related to the paragraph that we just read, okay, about the friends. Okay, it talks about the differences, okay, how they react, how they act, how they behave, okay. Each type of friend has different behaviors, all right, and we read about them. Now, look at this. Some common categories to start writing classification paragraphs. Okay, we have type of teachers, sports, religions, and music. Now, in the types of teachers, if we want to write about the types of teachers, we could write about a math teacher, we could write about a science teacher, okay, use them as categories, okay? We can write about the English teacher, we can write about the psychology teacher, and many other teachers, okay? But your main topic would be teachers or types of teachers. And the categories, mathematics teacher, science teacher, English teacher, and psychology teacher. That's it. That's the mind map, okay? Now, remember that you need to narrow the topic being specific about the amount of subcategories you are going to describe in your paragraph. You do this in the topic sentence. So, if we want to choose, for example, sports, okay? Sports is your main topic. And you're gonna get 4 categories, okay? Now, what kind of sports? Okay, you can use the different types of sports to use them as your categories. So sports is the main topic. Category number 1, I could use basketball. Category number 2, soccer. Category number 3, baseball. Or category number 4, football. Okay? Simple. Now that's your mind map right there. Okay, if we want to talk about religions, okay, religion is your main topic, the one that goes in the middle, in the center. And your categories, Catholic, Christian, Methodist, and Protestant, just to mention some as an example. And music, if we want to talk about music, music being the main topic, we can use the types or kinds of music as categories. Category number 1, salsa, bachata, reggaeton, and classic. Okay, those are your categories. Simple, right? Let's move on. Okay. Now, key elements to consider to write a coherent classification paragraph. To achieve coherence in your classification paragraph, use some of the following transitional words and phrases. Okay, can be divided, can be classified, can be categorized, the first, second, third kind, type, the first, second, third category, the last category. That all depends on you. Now, step by step, to produce good classification paragraphs, the following step-by-step approach suggested by Scary and Scary is worth applying. Now, let's find out what kind of steps are those. Now, decide on, determine, give, and be. So let's see. Decide on means after you have selected a topic, decide on the basis for your classification. Very important. What about determine? Determine the categories for your classification. Give. Give each category an identifying title or name, as we said previously, okay? Religion, music, types of teachers, and sports. Those are titles or names for the topics. And the last one, be. Be as creative as possible. You may want to take a humorous tone. So we use humorous tones when we want to make this a funny narration or a funny story, okay? Now, write. Write a concluding statement. If you have not already indicated a useful purpose for the classification, do so in the conclusion. Copy. On a separate piece of paper or on the computer, copy your sentences into standard paragraph form. Before printing, read the paragraph again to check for any changes that may be needed. And do a final reading once you have printed the paragraph to check for any errors or omissions. Now, remember, no item should belong in more than one group, and your classification should be complete. Write your topic sentence. Use one of the terms, such as group or type, that signal a classification, okay? Write at least one or two sentences for each group, okay? Remember, at least two sentences for each group. If we're talking about sports and we have four categories or four types of sports like basketball, basketball is a great sport because we exercise a lot. Furthermore, we become professionals at it. Okay, those are two sentences as minimum. And then you continue with the next category. Okay, are you ready? Can you identify the main characteristics of a classification paragraph? Are you able to type your own classification paragraph? Are you eager to share your paragraph with your classmates and professor? We're gonna see about that. It says the writing process. Before you start thinking about your piece of writing, make sure you understand the characteristics of a classification paragraph, then follow these recommendations. Number one, select a topic. Number two, gather ideas, like a brainstorming ideas, okay? Number three, organize your ideas, okay? Number four, write and revise structure and content. Once you have finished written your paragraph, reread it, okay? Reread it and see if you have to make any necessary changes. And last, proofread and make final corrections. Once you reread your passage and you find the mistake, you make the necessary corrections, okay? So it's time to write. Go to the next slide and read the instructions carefully. If you still have questions, do not forget that you can post them on the general questions form. Okay, so this has been it. I'm going to show you um, another. Okay, I'm going to show you another. Okay, well, I guess that's about it, guys. Okay, I think we have finished. I had uh, another sheet of paper. Okay, but I remember that I sent it to you in the activity. Okay, I sent the list with your name and the topic to be developed. So everybody has to have a topic to elaborate your classification paragraph on. Okay, I hope this video helps you. Okay, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact me. You can contact me through Canvas or via WhatsApp. Okay, I hope everybody stay safe, be well, and be careful. See you later. Take care.